Yeah.
How fucking dare you come after me, you neurodivergent phobic person? I want to go back to the original early version of their presentation where they talk about some of the things that were wrong in the gaming space. Pressure. They talk about development hell. They talk about specifically the pressure cooker of being in video game development, having to deal with deadlines, right? The idea that, well, that's the one thing you hear about all the time in the video game space is crunch. There's crunch on game development. And you gotta work 60, 70, 80-hour weeks to get your shit done, right?
I'm still firmly convinced that us as the neurodiverse people are in the vast majority in this industry.
Okay, so the person asked about, hold on, damn it. Maybe this is it. I want to make sure I get this. Oh, here it is. Here.
Oh, by the way, check the ratio. I hadn't seen that.
Oh yeah, the ratio is deep on this one for sure. Okay. Well, the person asked about being neurodivergent, and they said in particular that this is something that they think about consistently. And the host comes back once again. I'll just go from there. This is where the host comes back and talks about being neurodivergent.
It's that us as
specificity of that neurodiversity.
I'm still firmly convinced that us as the neurodiverse people are in the vast majority in this industry. And it's the people that don't have these issues are the ones that I worry about.
The ones they're also conveniently too often making the production plans, and I'm like, wait a second, no, we can work differently.
Okay, so you may be asking yourself, what does it mean to be neurodivergent? Well, I've gone to clevelandclinic.org, okay, and to find out exactly what neurodivergent means. Neurodivergent is a non-medical term that describes people whose brains develop or work differently for some reason. The very scientific for some reason. This means the person has different strengths and struggles from people whose brains develop or work more typically. What the shit does this mean?
I know what that means, Craig. It means you want to be special and you go to the doctor, hey, I bet I'm special somehow. I bet I'm autistic. And then the doctor says, no, you're not autistic. You're just sad and depressed and pathetic. And then the person said, okay, so I'm not clinically autistic, but I feel different. So I'm going to name it something else. I'm neurodivergent.
Literally means nothing. It is a non-medical term. And once again, I want to point out, she said, well,
it means you want to be special and you couldn't find anything else.
So she's focusing on a non-medical term to create this whole company on.
Yeah, that's the whole company. The whole company. Neurodivergent, broad, vague, all-encompassing. Then earlier in the presentation, they're saying racism, misogyny, all this stuff without actually naming any examples or anything. Broad, vague. And then, so they're just doing these all-encompassing terms nonstop just to catch all and take over everything.
But it's really important, though. You have to hear the way that they speak about this. Once again, listen to what she says here.
Diverse people are in the vast majority in this industry. And
okay, so he says, we're the majority here, the neurodiverse. Once again, what the fuck does that mean? He probably has no idea what it fucking means. It just means you think differently. Well, congratulations, you're creative. Yeah, it's a fucking buzzword, you asshat. Let's continue. But listen, once again, what she says is so telling here.
It's the people that don't have these issues are the ones that I worry about.
The ones they're also conveniently too often making the production plans, and I'm like, wait a second, no, we can work differently.
So she blames the people who, according to the Cleveland Clinic, are the ones who think normally for making the production plans, and she's pointing the finger at them, saying, no. That's we need to work differently. Okay, once again, continuing here.
God damn you, sane people!
Yeah.
8 hours of work done.
And this is awesome. This is so good. Listen to what he says.
Too often making the production plans, and I'm like, wait a second, no, we can work differently.
We don't do plans.
Yeah, exactly.
We procrastinate and then get 8 hours of work done in an hour, 30 minutes before it's finalized. Yes, that's how we work things.
Well, actually, that's a good point. Because one of the reasons that we in terms of payment, we work on retainers. We do like a monthly rate, and it's specifically because I know that there's going to be days where I have a script to write, and it should take me a week, and I do it in 1 hour. But then there's also going to be scripts that should take me 1 hour, and I do it in a week. But as long as it gets done by the deadline, that's what matters. So kind of baking in that flexibility and not holding people down to like a certain number of hours that they have to self-report has been hugely, I think, freeing for us as a team, especially one who have different work methodologies.
Oh my God! Do you see what this is happening? You do know what's happening here, Craig?
Yes.
This is being used as a justification. Hey, don't give me deadlines. Don't yell at me. Don't expect much of me because I'm neurodivergent.
Right. And keeping in mind that they do have deadlines, and they just said, hey, sometimes there's things that I need to know that I need to know that I do over a week, and then I rush and get it done in 30 minutes. And it's like, so you mean that there's crunch? Just the thing that you're complaining about, and the crunch is put on by who? You, because you didn't take responsibility and you didn't do your job for a week leading up to it, which means it took 30 fucking minutes to do it at the end of the day, and that's why you're stressed. Congratulations, I solved your mental issue. You dumb fucks. Sorry.
These people should all be fired. They're useless. This is just like the Bungie employee who's like, oh, I know, I talked about Swifty all the time. I didn't actually get my shit done.
But like, why would you admit to that? Why would you admit, oh yeah, I can actually do this job in an hour. I just wait the entire month. Now people are going to watch this and are hiring this company being like, why am I paying you for a whole month when you do this in like 2 hours?
Because I'm neurodivergent.
Yeah, you can't blame her, Kay. She's quirky.
Yeah.
How do you get away with this? How do you go to human resources and say, I am neurodivergent, I need exceptions? Because
the neuro resources lady is also neurodivergent.
That's the thing, is they made their own clique. They made their own clique, their own club, their own company. And this is why they're so afraid of people noticing it, because they don't hold each other accountable. They're all a friends group that are pretty much taking over the industry. The only way really to go after them is to let publishers and devs know that it's like, we don't want their writing. Stop. She said, I write scripts. We don't want their scripts. Eliminate that from the whole industry. Hire your own writers that are actually passionate about the work.
But these people keep complaining about all this shit happening to them. If you're getting to a point where you keep hiring people that are like-minded to you and you're still having these problems, where are they coming from?
Yeah.
How is the industry still infested with these people that are making your life difficult and you feel like you're getting abused in the industry and all this stuff if you're constantly hiring like-minded people?
Am I the problem? No, the racists are to blame.
That's the Marxist game.
So that's where their presentation ends. And I'm sorry, I got riled up there in a major way, but these people just drive me crazy because she said, like, the first thing she said was she threw down a victim card as a black woman in the gaming industry. That was her first sentence.
Yeah.
It was hard. And she said, it was hard because I suffered blah, blah. I had this happening. Yeah. Give me specific, once again, specific. Look, if someone is racist to you, fucking fire them. But give me an example, right? Give me examples. If someone said, you can't do this because you're a woman, yeah, you're right. Fucking fire them. Get them out of there, right? I 100% agree that if somebody was in there and being discriminatory towards you or telling you can't do something because you're this race, sex, creed, whatever, man, fucking fire them. Get them out of there. I could care less, right? Because you shouldn't have that in the workplace. But with that said, you don't start going in to an industry with a victim complex. And if you are going to say something happened, you need to provide examples. Provide specific examples. Guess what? Life is hard, right? But we're all hiding behind these fucking ridiculous words like neurodivergent, which means literally nothing, which when defined is just a bunch of gobbledygook. It means nothing. Nothing. And that is such a perfect metaphor for what is wrong with society today. I mean, I don't even know. And thus ultimately is leaking into the gaming space. I don't know. Yep. Sorry, I'm fired up about this shit.
Craig, I'm so happy that you're bringing more attention to this and addressing this. Because, yeah, like I said at the start, this should be the biggest news in gaming. If guys in the chat, if you don't want to see this stuff, hey, if you want to see this stuff, that's fine. But if you don't want to see this stuff yet, make your voices known. Let people know online, like I did, and I got blocked for it. Just saying I'm bookmarking their website just to know what games not to play. Blocked. People like my tweet. Blocked. So they are afraid of people noticing them. They want to have their little in club and like a parasite slowly take over the entire entertainment industry, at least in gaming. But we're seeing this everywhere. I'm sure there's plenty more sweet babies out there. So vote with your wallets if you don't like it. Sorry?
They only work with games, right?
Right
This
now,
company specifically, yeah, at least
Well,
for now. Oh no,
they work
Magic
with
the
Wizards
Gathering.
of the Coast. So,
Yeah, Magic.
yeah.
So you saw how Lord of the
Oh.
Rings, they had the whole set where Aragorn was suddenly black out of
Oh,
nowhere.
that's why Magic the Gathering was
Yeah.
that Lord of the Rings set was fucking gay.
Yeah. So yeah,
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe that one ring can change your race around. I don't know. It's magic. But
Yeah.
One ring
so
to race swap them all.
I'm sure if you're a company that you're like, hey, we don't do gaming, but we do like nerdy entertainment or something, they'll be like, we'll write it for you. Screw it. They've already done Wizards of the Coast, which is huge.
We'll gayify it for you.
I just think it's important. It's important that when we look at stuff like this is them saying it. This is them, and they said, well, there's way more neurodivergent people in the gaming space, and she's like, oh yeah, absolutely, right? Like, so you're telling me that creative people are seen as people who think differently than the way the brain typically works, right? Like, well, yeah, creative people generally are pretty different in the way they think, but now we have a label on them. And by the way, if anybody comes after me, fuck you. I'm neurodivergent, all right?
Yeah.
Hell
Come
yeah,
at me, bro.
we're all
And
neurodivergent.
Are you neurodivergent
How-
phobic?
How fucking dare you?
Yeah.
How fucking dare you come after me, you neurodivergent phobic person, asshole?
I found Kim on X.
Good.
The woman.
Oh, well,
Found
that's
her
good.
on-
What? And okay, I don't want to pull her up or anything like that, but what does her
No,
timeline
so-
look like?
Well, let's put it this way. She's got pronouns in her bio right away.
I noticed that.
Oh, that is
this-
the leper sign, the leper bell, announcing a very intelligent person.
I noticed that by the way, if you're neurodivergent, please put it in the chat and let us know. And
How we can help you.
Dude, let us
Yeah.
all be neurodivergent, man. I
Let's
like
all
it.
be neurodivergent
Let's-
together.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is she's speaking on your guys' behalf. So all you fans of video games that are in the chat and everything, she's saying like, oh, if you're neurodivergent just like me, I'm speaking on your behalf. We're going to change games for you. She doesn't speak for me. I've been playing games my whole freaking life, and I don't want her anywhere near the industry that I've grown up loving and, just being all around. So no, I'm absolutely sick of this. And so I think it's time to speak out. And I'm thank you, Craig, and Blabs for bringing this to everyone's attention. Along with us. So yeah, everyone's got to be talking about this.
Sometimes I bite my nails. I must be neurodivergent.
But what do you think about this? Leave us a comment down below. We read every single one of them. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button because you have found your home for common sense in the gaming and entertainment worlds.